so much. This is, yeah, you can, if you don't want to deposit it in the normal spot for people who got fire breaks and couldn't finish them. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for that. Don't worry about it. I mean, you volunteered, right? More than enough. Thank you. Has TetrisTime ever won a regional? I don't know. Has TetrisTime ever won a regional? Okay, there we go.
More fries.
Fries, yeah, people keep buying them and then like being
Like,
somehow.
it just looks so. I'm trying to like so trashy looking, but I guess we're not on camera. But
Yeah. I guess yeah, we can move. I mean, you want me to move it? It's more fine. Okay. Also, yeah, I left my trash there. Sorry. All right. Are we ready to get them rolling? Do we want to get okay? Cool. Alrighty, are we all ready to finish our warm-ups, get ourselves seated up? And let me know when you're ready.
also check the commentator names.
Oh, yeah.
And can you go to out of studio mode so I can see better?
Yeah.
All right, players, go ahead and seat up, and we'll get started. Oh, that's interesting. They don't put the event or round number or anything in the display.
Oh, yeah. Where's the events?
They just put a logo there. Nice, okay.
Yeah. We got it ready for both players. Yeah, from every player.
So many thumbs.
So many thumbs.
Tetraminos. Four thumbs equals a game start.
Yeah, both of these players will now be using their thumbs to play Tetris. Let's count them down for game number 1 in
3, 2, 1. Tetris. All 4 semifinalists going. We have the battle of the jerseys up top. Ninja and TetrisTime wearing both their team jersey. Yeah, and again, it's Biggiemac's hat.
Biggiemac's hat.
My favorite hat of the tournament.
It's a classic hat there. Both these matches are pretty interesting. At the top, we have a ex-table tapper, TetrisTime, versus a current table tapper, Ninja. And at the bottom, we have a rematch from last year's finals. Biggiemac took out Jacobo in the finals of the 2024 Washington State Regional, the first one held here at the Mattress Firm Show Pavilion.
Where the silver results are in to be in Possum in finals.
Yes.
Did you want to do that up there? Or want to keep the same broadcast?
Probably up there. I don't know.
Typically, Sharky gets pissed if they're two different things, but I don't know. It's up to your show, so we'll do the finals after this, and then the gold finals. Okay.
94,000 for Biggiemac, 80 for Jacobo. Up top, TetrisTime has a couple Tetrises on Ninja. Her from TetrisTime, he has one regional title under his belt. He's gunning for his second one. Well, Biggiemac also has one title. So far, it's been a completely scratch bracket. So every higher seed has won their match. Shows you that maybe the seeding mechanism is okay.
Actually works.
Yeah, there you go. It turns out if you get higher scores at Tetris, you turn to play better in the matches, even if it's not completely the same skill set.
Ninja in a little bit of trouble here.
Ninja in trouble. Jacobo's topped out.
Wow.
Jacobo's at a
Biggie.
110. Biggie's good for game number one. GG's.
110, 960.
Yeah, 1-1. Ninja got out of his jam, though. He's down by 6 figures, 191 to 83. We got it ready for both players down at the bottom. Let's count them down for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Square and a bar.
Oh, nice Vits setup, but we're going to do the double square Vits, whatever we call that. The Doits?
Doits.
Doits?
Doits.
Or just spin an L in there to shut me up.
I laugh too much. People will complain on the YouTube comments. Lombard Tetris for TetrisTime, holding on to that 6-figure lead. We're at just about halfway to 19, down to the bottom. One on the board for Biggiemac. Jacobo looking for his first, but he's cleaner. And both these players at the bottom gunning to get their second finals in a row. They would love the chance to take down TetrisTime. Definitely a formidable foe here. Been making the CTM Masters event for the past couple months, I believe. I believe he got a 1.8 million score in one of those events. Yeah, TetrisTime had a 1.8 in last month's CTM. I could be wrong.
Well, TetrisTime's got some issues here.
Yeah, he's going to get that bar over. Just like that, he is clean. He's just making that look like nothing. 403 to 273. TetrisTime pacing. My goodness. Down the bottom, Lombard Tetris for Jacobo, 149 to 123. Jacobo holding on to about a Tetris lead. Look at this. TetrisTime just shy of the 500K. Still has a lot of room to maneuver pre-19. Going to get that 500K.
Man.
Yeah, this is a hefty game for TetrisTime. Making a statement. This is game number 1 of the set. Biggiemac's at 158. Jacobo at 263. So quite a bit of a lead for Jacobo here. And Biggiemac hanging out 2 off the bottom.
This is the game of the entire day right here with TetrisTime pre-transition threatening 600,000 points.
Yeah, big game for him. There's another Tetris 588. Still has a lot of room. Gets a Lombard. That's going to resolve the dependency and going to make that 600K far more likely. Just Aki bars it there a little bit. Going to get the bar. That's going to bring him over 600.
611, wow.
Yeah, board a little messed up, but this is more than doable for TT. Long bar, that's a single. I'm going to try to make quick work of this dig. He's going to go 614. What a score. 411 for Ninja. Not too shabby, but, when your opponent's popping off like this, not a whole lot you can do. Lombard
Dirty
Tetris for
Tetris.
Ninja. There we go. 641 for TetrisTime. 435 for Ninja as he goes into 19. Sorry. Down at the bottom, Jacobo holding on to a six-figure lead here, 383 to 247. Jacobo trying to get that game back after that early top out in game number 1. Trying to tie up the set. Biggiemac's board looking a little iffy. 85 lines in, so quite a bit of time before the transition. This is also kind of maybe the part of the day where fatigue starts factoring in. All 4 of these players have only played 1 match. They all got the first round bye.
Well, the sun's out in Pacific Northwest when that happens. It's kind of a reverse effect. Does it kind of tire people out?
Oh, yeah, it's just like, hold on.
What is that bright ball of light? I need to go to bed.
Yeah, I know, right? I got to, like, nap in the sunbeam like a cat.
Bunch of vampires up here.
Actually, yeah, I had to start taking a vitamin D supplement because my doctor told me.
Ooh, top out from Ninja. So
no.
TetrisTime is good, but mulling this one out, TetrisTime.
No,
come
he's
on.
like, this is a dime a dozen for me. GG's. 568, 760. In the meantime, Jacobo having a really big pace game of his own. 502. Up by 200,000 points. This is formidable. Jacobo doesn't get that L all the way over, but going to chop the board down quick enough where it's not going to be too much of an issue. He's up 10 Tetrises. Ooh. Biggiemac kind of makes a similar mistake. He doesn't quite get that square where it needs to go.
How do you make a square more annoying? By hanging it up.
Oh, my goodness. Square is just not my favorite piece. I think there's 6 others I like more. GG's. TetrisTime, 830. What a game. Alrighty, go ahead and seat up on the top, wherever your preferred methodology is there. I'll trust you to do what you want to do.
Thumbs up.
We got thumbs up for both players. Let's count them down for game number 2 in
3, 2, 1.
Tetris.
We're going to do CT3 for...
Oh.
Yeah.
For the finals?
Yeah.
Okay.
CT.
We just want to wait for Ninja to do it so we can cast.
Okay.
One on the board for both players to start things off at top. And both players at the bottom, level 20. Biggiemac trying to eat into this lead. Down by a pretty significant margin here. Lombard Tetris for Biggiemac. That's how you do it. 1 Tetris at a time. So Jacobo is clean. Just waiting for an opportunity to score. Had to burn himself out at Tetris readiness. Jacobo doesn't quite get that S all the way over. Can he get anything to the left side? Needs a bar.
Every
needs to chop this
comeback
stack
starts
down.
with a small opening.
Gets that bar over, so yeah, a little bit of an opening for Biggiemac, however. Lombard Tetris, that's going to bring her within 5. And Jacobo's board getting worse and worse. Can't get that T over, can't get that bar over, and I think that might be it.
All right.
Jacobo will top out at 626. Biggiemac is in a chase down. You need 627 to take it. 627.
Big chase down. So we talked about this earlier, how all eyes are on your game. You got a target. You got plenty of runway. You still have 70 lines to work with. But you're going to need Tetrises, and there's one.
There's one. 61,000 for Buck. Meanwhile, up the top, TetrisTime up by about 2.5 Tetrises. 187 to 126, about 30 lines in, though. Ninja with quite a few lines in pocket. Oh, Ninja is in some trouble. Biggiemac getting close. 20-piece drought, but that doesn't seem to phase her all that much. There's a Lombard, there's the Tetris, and there's the game. GG's. Great stuff there from Biggiemac. Kept her poise, cool and controlled, and she'll take game number 2. Moves up to match point. GG's. On the bottom, go ahead and see it up. TT now up a little high. Gets that well reopened, waiting for the bar now. It's a J, resolves that left side dependency, and going to get a bar and score. Everything's hunky-dory now, 260 to 163. Down the bottom, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. We got a thumbs up from Jacobo. We got a thumbs up from Biggiemac. Let's count them down for game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. No, they're off. Jacobo looking to prolong this set here. Biggiemac looking for her second finals in a row and her chance to defend her Washington State Regional Championship. Jacobo here, the last grasp of like people who actually live in Washington. Everyone else here, but invader. Just kidding. We all love you. We love you all. They're from Western states though, so that's cool. 374 to 240 up top. Quite a big lead here for TetrisTime Ninja trying to get out of this dig. We're about 75 lines in for Ninja, a few more for TetrisTime, but it doesn't really come close to accounting for the score difference. Down the bottom, Jacobo with a much-needed tuck. Gets a couple long bars. That's going to do what the doctor ordered. First one.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, it's... Oh, my goodness. Okay, here's... As a Dr. Mario expert, where did Mario acquire his medical license? Like, what was the, like, authority under which... Like, what sort of license is it? Is he an MD?
Probably some honorary degree from some third-rate university.
Is he a chiropractor? Is that what's going on here?
I'm not. No comment.
Sorry for disrespecting the venerable.
No, it's a goofy premise.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but you know, it's a fun game, so we'll
right.
let
I mean,
slide.
it doesn't have the gravitas that Tetris has, so make fun of it for sure. But TetrisTime again.
Yeah.
Look at this huge lead.
He just keeps doing it.
You're one of the best in the world, and you can see why. Two games in a row.
He's already very good, but like I think like recently he's just become great. You know what I mean? Lombard, he's up over 500,000 again. Still has 18 more lines to go. Down the bottom.
Look at that dirty Tetris from TetrisTime.
My goodness. Down the bottom, Biggiemac
and another
out of this. She is down by a Tetris and a half. Jacobo keeping clean, but can't score if there's a drought. Finally going to get the bar. Up top, Biggiemac hangs the tee, but that's not going to be fatal. She's going to get bar over. 550 to 336 up top. The TT up a little high. This could be a little bit of a nervy transition. And he's going to go 5-5-5, but he is up high. He gets that L over, and that's nothing to him.
Oh, TetrisTime. That's not a board you want to see at level 19, roller or not.
But he's making it work.
But Ninja really needed to take advantage of this.
Yeah, I don't know if he was able to score too awfully much. He's about to go into 387 for him, 556. And Biggiemac just hasn't really been able to get out of this dig. Kind of like a little bit of like an awkward...
a casual, dirty Tetris setup and left well.
Ninja
in trouble at the transition.
Going to top out of 389, which means TetrisTime. You're good for game number 2. GG's going to move up to match point. Down to the bottom, Jacobo widening his lead here. That's kind of what he does. He's going to pace on 18, and you can't really do a whole lot about it. 351 to 181. Trying to keep himself in this set.
TetrisTime pretending that those bottom 3 rows don't exist.
Yeah, he's
oh my goodness.
He's just 19. It's no big deal. He's going to top out at 658, but GG's. Aggressive top out for TetrisTime. He's going to take it. One game away from the finals. Go ahead and seed up, ready up, and let me know when you are good to go. Down at the bottom, another drought, another 20-piece drought. It's not a super long drought, but just we keep seeing them over and over again. It's
Thumbs
something.
up.
Both players are ready. Let's count them down for game number 3. Up top in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
Got Kingsman in the chat helping out. Yes, Matcherino, please.
Thank you for referring. Yeah, so we got a Matcherino. Goo! Matcherino to contribute to the Matcherino. One of these 4 players will be receiving some moolah. How much they get depends on you. So throw him a bone. Matcherino. Claim some codes. Throw in a buck or 2. We appreciate you. Even if you can't contribute, we still appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Code redeem. Thank you for redeeming the code. Whoever did just redeem the code. Down the bottom, Jacobo holding on to a big lead. We've almost hit transition. The Lombard Tetris, both players 5 lines away. Up top, pretty close here, very early on. Both players got 4 on the board, I believe. There's the Tetris for Biggie. She's going to go with the 332. A bit of a suffer game for her, but, you know, she's keeping herself alive, and that's the first prerogative here. Jacobo goes in 535. I think he stuck in an extra Tetris there while I wasn't looking. Up in the top, slight lead for TT. Looking pretty clean. Ninja having to set up column 9. Also, he's going to have to play somewhat aggressively. He's against CT. Meanwhile, Biggiemac trying to make up this deficit on the higher speeds here. 19 through 28, all the same speed. And what we refer to here in the industry as post. TT 229, 172 for Ninja, so TT widening the gap, but our eyes are on the bottom match. Biggiemac trying to make up this 200,000 point deficit as we get further and further into level 19. Jacobo also has 7 lines in hand. Neither player clean right now, but Biggiemac is closer to being so. Got a little bit of a delayed flat burn. He's going to try to get out of this. Biggiemac set up, one off the bottom, waiting for the bar. There he goes. Thank you for the code redemptions, y'all. I appreciate you. There's the Tetris for Biggiemac. Trying to eat the elephant one bite at a time. Jacobo is still fighting back, though. He's trying not to let in Biggiemac too much. He knows he's fighting for his tournament life. Both players setting them up and both players knocking them down. 522 to 695. These players might have some 29 play up their
set
sleeve.
Up there.
There's a robot in chat trying to encourage TetrisTime to go for a perfect max out, pull a dangler, but not in competition. He's going to clarify.
Oh, there was a
Jacobo
top out from.
out.
Oh, this is a chase down again.
Yeah, so another
it's
chase
a
down.
long one though.
Yeah, very very long chase down. Biggiemac may fall to the same drought. She needs 729 to take it. 729. She's going to keep herself alive, but this is a
30
lot.
lines to go. This is
But she can place a 29.
Oh,
but
not
she's
like
gonna
that.
hit the J.
Oh,
That's going to be it.
The match continues.
Yeah. Jacobo's pacing on 18 strikes again. And he's got to keep himself in this one. 2-1. GG's. At the top, a little bit of a, Double rotation for TetrisTime. It's no big deal. He's going to hold on to his lead. 410 to 275 up top, over halfway to 19. Looks like both players are already down bottom, so let's count them down for game number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Got a pretty good crowd here. Live event. Thank you all for watching this high-level players duke it out here. All 4 of these players been around the community for a while, have a lot of fans. So a little bit, Jacobo can't quite get that T-spun. So Biggiemac going to be going out to a small lead here early on. Top match, over 100 lines in. TetrisTime with a 6-figure lead. 519, another big pace from TetrisTime. He's going to keep going. Yeah, like that. When we get to like that really high level, I feel like players are going to be really disappointed with anything under a 500.
What is this setup from TetrisTime going into transition?
He's
This
not
is something I would do.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the transition, though.
Did I stink his game up by playing him?
Nah, I think he's okay.
He did get 200, 600s
Yeah, exactly.
since last match.
Only 521. Oh, my goodness.
But
Slacking.
maintain that column 6.
There you
Knocks
go.
it down.
545 for TetrisTime. 428 for Ninja. Still has one more. Room for one more for the transition. Jacobo is in trouble. Jacobo doesn't get that L over. And that's it. Jacobo's going to top out at 62,000 points, which means Biggiemac is good for game number 4 of the set. She'll be moving on to the finals to defend her Washington State Regional Championship. TetrisTime at the top needs to get this down.
TetrisTime.
Yeah.
This is falling apart.
Gonna buy himself some time with that triple. I think it's gonna be okay. Beautiful stuff. Great dig here for TT. He's gonna get it down. He will give up some of the pace here, but he had a lot to give. So he still has 6 figures up. It's well open, trying to get the bar. Doesn't quite come in time.
Ninja just sticking around just enough.
Yeah, he's just like kind of slowly chip away at that lead. Gets another Tetris. Now only down by 3 Tetrises. And TT kind of just can't get out of this dig. He is getting it down, though. It's not nearly as nervy as it was. And there's a Tetris. 626 to 541. There's a Tetris for the Californian. The Nevadan up a little high tier. He needs a bar.
This is the filthiest. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Not a time to be droughted.
Yeah,
Ninja cutting that down to a Tetris and a half.
Yeah, just like that.
There's a dirty Tetris for TetrisTime.
Filthy. My goodness. And he's set up for another one. He's going back for seconds. He doesn't quite come in time.
There it is.
Beautiful stuff here for TT. Going to hold on to a 6-figure lead. But, you want to get clean here because those kind of last few lines of posts for us.
He's also 14 lines ahead.
Yeah, he needs to get this clean if he wants to play some 29. He has a lot of 29. But, even this high, even the best players would have a really hard time surviving this going into 29. 718 for TT. 628 for Ninja. He's pretty clean.
He's hanging around.
Yeah, he also has 2 levels in pocket. Keep that in mind. But TT is going to get himself clean.
Oh, my goodness.
Just in time. One more line to go before the transition, and he's going to get himself.
That's a perfect board for 29 play. There
we
we
go.
go.
Bar goes at 8 to 28, and we're off and running. First 29 play of the game, I believe, of the day. 725 for Ninja, still back in level 26.
TT did have to play. Oh, he's going to hang the bar.
Get the bar over. Next one goes. So that will get him a Tetris.
Oh, my
goodness. This one's a single, but he gets it over.
This isn't over for Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja still has some room to go.
He's got a perfect board and still
Tetris.
3 more Tetrises of runway.
Yeah. He has to get 3 more Tetrises. TT looks like he's done at 886. Ninja, you were in a chase down.
Ninja, this is small margin, but this is possible.
887 is your target score. 887. Those L's are not really what he wants.
Adjusting his seat, knowing what's coming in 29.
That middle of the stack
and
is
he
looking
hangs
bad.
the square.
The square is hung. That's the 810.
One line, and the 29.
811 is the score going to 29, but he can't quite do it. Great game. Keeping pace with the first seed there, but ultimately TT just showing his class, showing how it's done. And he'll be moving on to the finals. He'll face Biggiemac. Great game.
We're going to take about a not quite 15-minute break, and we'll start the finals at 5:45.
5:45. Go get curly fries if you want them. If you buy a brick of curly fries, share them with a friend. Otherwise, we'll end up with more curly fries somehow. People just keep giving the commentators curly fries.
Yeah, because this is too big.
It is too, yeah. Zerobot pointing out that, it is too much curly fry. This is like an inappropriate quantity for a curly fry. And anyway.
Well, hold on.
We're holding on.
Zero, if you're going to do a pose like that, let me take a damn picture. No, of the curly fries. Pick up the curly fries like they're radioactive. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, there.
That doesn't have a switch.
Game.
Man, that was great. Yeah, that was
I
exciting.
don't know. I mean, he had a 97%.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Like people, yeah. TT is just, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like he only won by like 60,000 points. Yeah, like and that included some 29 play. Like there was like at least one Tetris on there. It's like I don't remember the 29 transition, but it was really close. You know, crazy. What's that? I have Motrin. Is that okay?
Sure.
Let me see it.
Silver finalist for not playing like ever is pretty decent. That's like probably a 300K player.
It depends on pool play. That's like a qualifier sort of time. So if we have a smaller group, what we'll probably just do is just do a big bracket of everybody. But kind of show up. What do you want to go to 10 tomorrow? The whole doors. You want to be here earlier for that because that's when everybody will play. Then the bracket portion will be the later part of it. So. Well, since it's a versus game, you have to play a bunch of other players. So it's not like this like a single player. So it just depends on how many people show up. Right. So if it's a small number, we won't even bother with qualifiers. We'll just throw a blanket bracket. If there's a lot of people, we have to have a bracket that we have to do if people show up. Right. So we'll see what our attendance is at 10. It should be between 10 and 11. If there's only like 12 people, we're just going to. But if we have like 20 people, right, at that time. But we won't start any earlier than for Dr. Martin. For the bracket. Yeah, you do. No, we'll get you in as long as you're here before 12. What's your name? Chris. Did you play this? Okay. So, like, just for fun, you guys should play this. Yeah. Like that, kid? We know. All right, well, Chris, by the way. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Awesome.
This is going well, I think. Yeah.
Other than the match.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to call. wish I could at least cover TT's plane tickets.
Huh?
I wish we could at least cover PT's plane tickets. But I don't know.
Anything under $100 is kind of close.
Yeah. It is what it is. And like, there's so many of these regionals, you know, like, I was asking people to donate every weekend because.
Codes left.
Oh, are we, 9 goes left? Thanks, Chen.
Is that not keeping up there?
No, it is raising. I don't know. It might be a little bit behind, but we do see. We still have 9 Matcherino codes left if you want to go ahead and claim some. This is completely free to you. It adds a little bit of a dough to the players' pockets. And they are working really hard at playing Tetris. This is a game that requires a lot of practice. So, there you go.